Back to the channel, everyone. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know where you're all from. I'm going to start explaining some more news about the Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy. And so we're going to jump right into it. Cassie sued Diddy in federal court on November 16th, accusing the hip-hop mainstay of rape and a decade-long pattern of abuse that began when she was 19 years old. And the R&B singer, who was once signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records, alleges the sex trafficking and the human trafficking, the sexual battery, the sexual assault, and gender-motivated violence, among others, causes of action. Now, the filing claims his controlling behavior started when she met him in 2005 after she signed a deal with Diddy's record label. Following the year, he allegedly exerted complete control over her life, including her apartment, her car, her clothing, and even her medical records to keep her under his thumb. Now, according to the lawsuit, he went so far as to targeting rapper Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie in the 2011 during a rough patch in Diddy and Cassie's relationship. She alleges just one day after Cassie filed the lawsuit, she settled with Diddy out of court. As the dust cleared, multiple accusers stepped forward detailing their own sexual assault allegations against Diddy. And below everything to know about the lawsuit, the settlement, and the music industry's response, what was Diddy accused of in the lawsuit? The lawsuit alleges that several instances of abuse committed by Diddy, including sexual assault, battery, and forced sex acts with male sex workers. In the filing, Cassie depicts the mogul, head of her former label and then romantic partner, as a textbook abuser, luring her into what she perceived as a fatherly, protective relationship, only to find herself in an unequal and violent sexual relationship. Now, Diddy successfully kept her under his thumb through his alleged intimidation tactics, which consisted of blowing up a man's car, dangling a friend over a 17th floor balcony, and asking her to carry his gun in her purse. Now, she never went to the police out of fear that it would merely give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her. Now, Diddy denied the allegations and saying that it was defamatory and that it's not true. But Cassie, Miss Cassandra Ventura, was held down by Mr. Combs and endured over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands that the lawsuit reads. Now, for Miss Ventura, the dark times were those that she spent trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. And Diddy's first expressed romantic interest in Cassie in 2006. The lawsuit claims when his makeup artist mentioned that he was interested soon after, the young star is said to have been drawn into his jet-setting, drug-fueled lifestyle. And so once they entered a romantic relationship, Diddy and his inner circle allegedly controlled every aspect of her life. And the lawsuit claims that those close to the founder of Bad Boy Records turned a blind eye to physical abuse. Beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees, in the suit read that, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. Now, Cassie says she never went to the police for fear that it would give Diddy an excuse to hurt her. In one instance of abuse in 2009, he allegedly kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed, and had his staff hide her in a hotel room. Now, every time she hid, Mr. Combs' vast network of corporations and affiliated entities found her, and those who worked for Mr. Combs' companies implored her to return to him, and that the filing stated many went as far as to explicitly state that her failure to return to Mr. Combs would hinder her success in the entertainment industry. And now, according to the suit, Cassie suffered memory loss from copious substance use and suicidal ideation during her relationship with Diddy. Now, the court papers cite an instance in which the MRI results went directly to Diddy, and the suit named Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, and his associate business entities Bad Boy Entertainment and Bad Boy Records and Epic Records, Combs Enterprises, and Doe Corps, pointing to a widespread complicity in the allegations. And now Cassie sought an unspecified amount in the compensatory damages. And so elsewhere in the filing, Cassie alleged that Diddy forced her to take part in freak-offs, or an arrangement in which she had no choice but to plan and engage in sex acts with male sex workers while he masturbated. And the encounters continued for years in high-end hotels across the country, and sometimes occurred as often as once a week. And so the lawsuit read that Diddy took photos and filmed the encounters, and Cassie would delete videos shot on her phone to no avail once she was forced to watch footage on a flight that she thought she had gotten rid of. And so
Following an FO in 2016, he allegedly paid a hotel $50,000 to erase hallway surveillance footage of an intoxicated Diddy throwing glass vases at Cassie when she tried to escape after he gave her a black eye. And so she would take copious amounts of drugs to disassociate during these horrific encounters, including ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and alcohol in excessive amounts. Now, the excessive substance use led to addiction. Now, Cassie said the lawsuit suggested Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car in 2012 in retaliation for the up and away. Now, rapper's brief relationship with Cassie that time. And so, Diddy once said he would target him around and around all the time. And that suit also says that Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. In a statement through his spokesperson, Cudi confirmed that Cassie's account, this is all true. He told the New York Times. Now, Diddy forced his way into her home and tried to, attack her in 2018, according to the filing. While she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away following the incident, Cassie left him for no good. And she left him for good too, but not for no good. It's for a reason because of all this stuff that was going on. And so she ended her association with Bad Boy in 2019. And so what do we know about the settlement is that the two parties did not disclose terms of the settlement, which came just one day after Cassie filed the lawsuit. We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. And Diddy said in a statement on November 18th, I wish Cassie and her family all the best, love, by reaching an agreement out of court. Now, Diddy avoided new, likely damaging evidence being made available during the process of legal discovery. Just so we're clear, in a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is no way an admission of wrongdoing. Now, Ben Brofman, a lawyer for Diddy, said in a statement on November 20th that Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine, his opportunity to speak up about the trauma and the experiences that he made her go through, and that she will be recovering from this for the rest of her life. Now, Cassie's filing mentions the law as well. Thanks to the passage, she is now ready and able to also confront her abuser and hold him and those enabled his abuse accountable for their actions. And so singer and songwriter Tiffany Red published on Open Letter to Diddy and Rolling Stone on December 7th that corroborating Cassie's claims, Red said she became close to the R&B singer in 2015 while writing an album that Diddy never released, and the musician was also present at Cassie's 29th birthday party where Diddy allegedly screamed and cursed at her. After his verbal abuse disrupted karaoke with friends, Red claimed that she saw the rapper drag a drugged Cassie to a freak-off in the middle of the night, and she also said that Cassie offended that Cassie confided the physical abuse to her on a separate occasion, and that Diddy's treatment of herself and her friend triggered PTSD, paranoia, and anxiety. And so the power of imbalance makes it nearly impossible to fight back and terrifying to speak up. Now, Red wrote in her letter, but despite here I am, standing beside my best friend, there are moments in life when some of us have to face the hard choice of speaking the truth to power or not. And this is one of those moments. And so, 50 Cent immediately got to work on a documentary about Diddy and his allegations and even started clowning him. But that's all some recent news right there that, we're going to keep you guys updated on. We're going to keep continuing these stories and let you guys know what's really going on. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know what you all think in the comments below.